D'Amico Ryans and the Houston Texans celebrating their first victory ever in Baltimore. They've been around since 2002, but they had never won in Baltimore, and they didn't just win. They mopped up the floor with the Ravens. Some would say it's the Ravens B team, but you know what? I saw the 49ers B team beat the Rams the other night, so
I know
B team don't matter.
Right. We've seen Mike Vrabel and the Titans set a record, right, with injuries in 1 year and still go to the playoffs. I mean, you're right. At some point, we know injuries are real, but you got to find ways, not even sometimes to win the game. It's just be competitive. Show that you can manage the game and play a way that's different than how you usually play to at least give yourself a chance. I think that's the shocking thing about what we saw yesterday. I think it's what shocked us about the Cincinnati Bengals as well. One guy misses, and it's like we can't even stay competitive without Joe Burrow. But yeah, this was. I'm not surprised the Texans won, but the way they did, that is crazy.
The segment.
Yeah,
I'm told is 5 words or less.
Yeah, you're told or you're finally reading. Thank you. Yes, I know.
my eyes are telling my brain,
right, because
I'm finally reading.
Thank you.
5 words or less. 5 words or less for the game.
I mean, Baltimore. I mean, beat down in Baltimore. That's what I would say. I mean, I don't even. There's nothing to explain on Baltimore's side of the football. I mean, it was atrocious. There's no silver lining that you look at on the defensive side of the ball and go, ooh, wait, I think they can do this or do that, and then they'll be okay. I mean, Roquan Smith's got a hamstring injury. He ain't going to be back for a while. I mean, it's going to take some time. Matabuke's gone. Marlon Humphrey's out for a while. Hamilton's dealing with injuries. And I mean, when they were in there, they weren't good on defense anyways. So that's where you just look at it. And then Lamar Jackson doesn't play, and we can't even get an offense going. I mean, the Texans, we know, have been one of the most struggling offenses at all in football, and they went from the get-go up and down the field on the Baltimore Ravens defense. So, yeah, man, it's panic time there in Baltimore.
Signature win for Texans. They had one game that was an impressive road game that they won since they became a competitive team at Cincinnati in 2023. That's one of the things I always say. Yeah, my reasoning, week 1, they're going to play the Rams. Rams win. Why? Texans don't win in those spots. And I know that the Ravens are down. But they still went there and beat them 44-10. This is the team that beat the Texans 31-2 on Christmas. So I think this meant a little bit more.
Yeah.
And even though Lamar Jackson's not there, even though Marlon Humphrey's not there, even though Roquan Smith's not there, even though Nnamdi Matabuke on season-ending IR, it doesn't matter. It's the Ravens. And they went in there and they took it to the Ravens, and that changed the vibe for the Texans. Now, the problem is they've lost some games that they should have won and in the past years would have won. But if you're going to be 2-3, it's better to start 0-3 and win 2 than start 2-0 and lose 3. Just ask the Cardinals. So this was a good day for the Texans. But as it relates to the Ravens, hey, they're in new territory. And it puts pressure and stress on the relationships at the top of the organization that it's never had before.
Right.
And there have been times where you kind of wonder, is John Harbaugh ready to move on?
Yeah.
I just wonder if this continues. Is he going to be ready for a change?
I think everybody
Are the Ravens going to be ready for a change? Right. And are both sides going to benefit from a fresh start by everyone?
I think that the common thought before the year from a lot of people in football and people that knew the Ravens a little bit and anything that associated there, that people felt like if they didn't get to the promised land this year, this would be the last year of the shelf life of this football team.
Same pressure on the Bills going into the season.
Right.
And maybe even more so.
I think it's more on the Ravens. I think it is. Because I think the Ravens, have had 2 years in a row where, like we've said many a times, 2 years in a row where kind of like we went into the playoffs and you were like, playoffs started, Baltimore's definitely the best team in the AFC, and yet they can't even get to the promised land. And I think that, is why there's more pressure there. And you got a quarterback who 2 years in a row, 1 year won the MVP, second year probably could have won the MVP. We know how close it was last year with Josh Allen and all that, where you go, wait, he's playing at that high type of a level and we can't even get to the big game? I think all of that, yes, puts pressure on this situation. And, yeah, if it continues down this road, I'm with you. I think people are going to look for changes to be made or just to go their own separate ways.
And they got a Lamar Jackson issue they got to solve. We were talking about this yesterday, some in the viewing room. It got really awkward the last couple of years of his rookie contract.
Yeah.
And I don't think he was happy that details came out when the collusion case that Pablo Torre and I unsurfaced. He's the one that actually found it, but we worked together to, like, details about, like, the microphone broken on Lamar's phone. That was why he wasn't able to communicate with Eric DaCosta. Like, he was, I think, dismayed those things came out, and it's like, you pull the pin on this grenade, this is what happens. Yeah. Facts come out. Right. I just feel like there's tension in that relationship right now, and when you're losing, it's only going to make it worse. Okay. Oh, by the way, before we move on, let's hear a little from John Harbaugh on.
Did you read the damn rundown?
I am right now. I am. On whether he will change defensive play callers. Also, some Kyle Van Noy on the issues with the defense, which has just been abysmal lately.
I do not think that that's the answer. So we got to go to work is what we need to do. We need to stick together is what we need to do, and we need to find ourselves. And it has to do with coaches and players together.
We got to get our together. Just being brutally honest. Like, coaches can give us the plays, but we got to execute. And it doesn't matter who you are in there. Do your job. Coaches ask you to do something, do it. Me included.
Hey, unmistakable vibe of a team that has just been lost this year. Tied for the worst home loss in franchise history. They lost by 34 to the Patriots in 2013. I don't know. Devin McCourty was saying last night it's done. It's time to plan the vacation for January.
I mean, I would second that as it looks right now. I mean, I don't sit here seeing like there's some magical turnaround, especially with their schedule too. Their schedule is still tough. They still got a lot of big games in front of them, and they've shown it doesn't matter who it is right now that you can move the ball in this defense. And until Lamar Jackson gets back on the offensive side of the ball, I'm not going to be much of a believer on the offense either.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.